Hello, owners. I am Mr. Black Owned, and this is how I invest black. I invest black to support black businesses, ultimately empowering the black community. The foundation of any successful community are successful businesses. And as Jay-Z said, financial freedom is our only hope, and I believe group economics is the only way. Now, this is not investment advice. I am not a licensed financial advisor, and I'm not doing this for compensation. I am just a black man who wants to invest in his community. We must do more than just buy black. There's so many ways, which I plan to talk about, to support black businesses and the black community. But continue to buy black though. We just gotta do more. So I'm invested in two black founded and managed funds and two black owned companies. So the first, I'm invested in the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, or TREF. The Tulsa Real Estate Fund was created to invest in various real estate assets through lending, acquisition, or development. They primarily invest in our neighborhoods that the managers believe will be adversely affected by gentrification, meaning we will not see the benefit of a gentrified neighborhood. Gentrification is not the devil. It's only bad when we are not benefited from it in our own communities. So they fund real estate deals for many black developers who couldn't get funds simply because of racism. Tulsa Real Estate Fund is an equity real estate crowd fund. And what an equity crowd fund simply is when a company goes to the masses of people to raise money, and in turn you get equity or ownership in the company. That was made available to us by the Jobs Act, signed into law by then President Barack Obama, forever President Obama. So we're grateful for that. The Tulsa Real Estate Fund was founded in June 1st, 2018, and raised over $6 million within the first week. You might have known it going viral when that happened. So many of our black celebrities and our black entrepreneurs and just black people wanting to do better invested in it. Now there are over 15,000 investors, an estimated $12 million in capital raised, and about $13 million with the value of assets under management. Some of the big properties they have are the Legacy Center. We have, because I'm invested, is Legacy Center, the Black House in East Point, Georgia. It's a beautiful building, massive building, and it's literally black. It's a co-work space. They do thought-provoking conversations. There are all types of things that happen in the Black House. So if you can go by there, go by there. We have a 14-unit apartment complex in Lake Charles, Louisiana, a 98-unit apartment development in Macon, Georgia, and an 8-unit apartment development in New Orleans. And so many other, deals are happening where the Tulsa Real Estate Fund are funding black developers to get those things done. So as an owner in TREF, you are entitled to a guaranteed 8% annual return and your share of 50% of the profits. Now, I did receive a dividend earlier this year for my shares. I have about 20 shares. I want to make it a point that this is a long-term investment. Most investments are. If you listen to Earn Your Leisure Market Mondays, Ian Dunlap says 5 years, right? You should hold on to things. So we have to get in our mindset. When you put your money in, you're not going to get it back right away. And that's the point of an investment, is for it to make money over time. So if you want to learn more about the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, or TREF, go to investwithtref.com. That's investwithtref.com. I'm also invested in the Black Achievement Fund. The Black Achievement Fund campaign is a national nonprofit, a 501c3 organization whose mission is to recycle black wealth back into black communities. It being a 501c3 nonprofit organization, that means your donations are tax deductible. So that's a good thing. We know that the black dollar does not recycle back into the black community as other communities in their dollars. A lot of our money is going out of the community to culture vultures who don't care about our communities, as we've seen. So for an organization to be focused on that is a big deal. The goal is to get 10 million Black people to give $9 a month. You can start at $9 a month. There are all many tiers that you're able to give. I personally am giving $9 a month. One of the things I like most about the Black Achievement Fund is that they explicitly state that they will not discriminate against, race, religion, creed, national origin, also sexual orientation. That is a huge feat. We know that sexual orientation has caused a lot of division in the Black community. And so for the Black Achievement Fund to specifically state that means so much to me. And another thing too about the Black Achievement Fund, for all of its employees, it has a $15 minimum wage, a 4-day work week, and 4 weeks of paid vacation for all the employees. So in our climate now, where employees are not willing to work under these conditions that they have been forced to work under, and where, companies are throwing the mule at people to get them to work, it warms my heart that the Black Achievement Fund has always been about this. So what do they do with the money, right? If we have 10 million Black people giving $9 a month, Black people and allies, shout out to y'all. If we have 10 million Black people giving $9 a month, that's $90 million a month and about over $1 billion a year. So what are they going to do with the money? Well, one, they host programs and services that are free to all members. We want to create thousands of high-paying jobs for our people. And we know that Black people in the workforce has had to be subjected to some subpar conditions. We had to get a law where women and men were able to wear their natural hair the way it grows out of their scalp in the workplace. So having a fund that is funded by Black people, that is for Black employees, that's a big thing. And they want to do so much more. They want to improve the quality of life for all of its members, lowering members' cost of living, providing greater access to quality health care, better schools, affordable housing, low-cost consumer goods, business loans, capital for community development, jobs, healthy food, neighborhood revitalization. All the things that the government should be doing and hasn't been doing for the Black community, the Black Achievement Fund wants to do. I like that sound on Instagram where it's like, nobody's coming. Nobody's coming. Superman is not going to swoop down and save us. Joe Biden is not going to forgive our loans. I'm mad about that, but we don't got to talk about that. It's up to us. And so the Black Achievement is us saving us. The Black Achievement Fund. Now, I want to make a point that the Black Achievement Fund is still open. So go to the Black Achievement Fund website. I'm drawing a blank, so I'm going to link it down below. And join. So now, to the Black-owned businesses that I am invested in. I am invested in Colors Worldwide, doing business as R&B only. And I was able to invest in them. They're also doing a equity crowd fund. And I was able to invest in them from Start Engine, startengine.com. Startengine.com is a great place to go and find startup businesses that are in equity crowd funds and look for some Black ones, okay? No, they are not paying me, but this is my first video, so maybe one day. But yeah, that's where I found Colors Worldwide, R&B only. So Colors Worldwide, doing businesses R&B only. I'm gonna say R&B only. They want to amplify the genre of R&B. Now me, I am a R&B head. And it's so funny because my mother was hip hop down. So I grew up listening to 50 Cent, Ludacris, Uncle Luke, all of those people. And it was so crazy to me, to my mother, that I came out listening to R&B. But my brother and my mom, when they would get their R&B albums and they would leave them, I would pick them up. TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool was my album. Aaliyah, the Aaliyah self-titled album. I just kind of got back into 1Million. So R&B is near and dear to my heart. It's who I am, and they want to amplify the genre. So R&B only has produced over 150 shows in 40 cities, sold over 250,000 tickets, and independently produced its own music festival. They have had celebrity guests like Kiana Lede, Keisha Cole, Ashanti. Ashanti was one of my very first. She was my very first concert. Omarion, one of my faves. Queen Naja, Jacquees, Jacquees, Tank, BJ the Chicago Kid, Mario, and many more. It has a $25 million valuation. It has made over $6.8 million in revenue in the last 5 years and made $1 million in 2020 despite major COVID setbacks. And I don't want that to go over anyone's head. A company that main source of revenue was live events made $1 million during COVID, over $1 million during COVID. That's big. That's a good company, a well-ran company. So they want to expand into media, into albums, into merchandise, into creating an online platform aimed at growing and feeding the R&B music community. The reason why I invested in R&B only was because of the CEO, Jabari Johnson. Jabari Johnson did an interview on Earn Your Leisure. Shout out to the earners. I am an earner. And he was so articulate. He was articulate. He explained the company in depth. Just the way that he explained the company sold me. He is an HBCU graduate. He graduated from Howard. Shout out to the Bisons. And so it was very important for me to invest in this company. I was really invested in him. And now seeing that they made $1 million in COVID, during COVID, and they were doing live events, that's big. I want to give a shout out to 100 Braun. 100 Braun is a Black-owned big man's brand. They have quality clothing, fast shipping, reasonable pricing, and clothes that fit us. Extra large and above. So yeah, go to 100braun.com and copy some gear. So I'm invested in Popcom. So Popcom has built an automated retail technology platform for vending machines and kiosks to allow its retailers to engage and understand their customers, sell more products, and learn from big data. Popcom is a tech company, and we know that tech is the new frontier. And so it's very important for me to invest in them for that. They have 4,500 investors worldwide. They received a contract with Procter & Gamble. And this Black woman founded. The founder and CEO, Dawn Dixon, is a powerhouse. She was also on Earn Your Leisure. That's where I heard her. She's been on, I heard her on The Breakfast Club. She's literally been everywhere, winning all the awards, speaking so eloquently. And so they make their money off selling that kiosk and the software system, and also ad revenue, and they charge a transaction fee. So they have about 4 ways they make their money. And that's big with a company, right? Because you want a company that has multiple ways to make money. Those are the funds and the companies that I'm invested in. Tulsa Real Estate Fund, Black Achievement Fund, Colors Worldwide, doing business as R&B only, and Popcom. Currently, the Black Achievement Fund is the only one that you can still become a part of. But I talked about this because this is what I'm actually doing, who I'm invested in. And because investing is now, everyone's talking about it. So we need to talk about how we can invest in Black companies. Listen, you all. I'm a Black man. And I'm a young Black man doing all that I can. Nah, that's my jam. But listen, for real, no one's coming. We're going to have to save ourselves. And the only way we do it is with our money. Your voice is powerful, yes. But I think it's been irresponsible that people have only told us that our voice is powerful, right? That's what you hear. Use your voice, use your voice. They're not listening. These companies don't listen to your voice. They listen to your dollar. So if we can pull our dollars and put them into our companies that are willing to give back to our communities, then they gotta listen. Thank you, owners. It's Mr. Black Owned. Follow me on Instagram at Mr. Mister Black owned. Also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Mister BLK owned on Twitter. Look out for more videos and invest black.